Welcome to Shomach Shava on the Daf. She responds to Lo Nishmas Hambiak Hashem Leabas Yitzchok. We're starting now the first Agadata of Agatas the Rabba Bachana. As we mentioned in the preview, we are going to be using the new sefer that we just put out of the Shirim Ramir Shapira, the sefer called Nechus Yom. And the first story, the Rabba Bachana says, Amar Rabbi Shtali Nechus Yom. The Yordi Ayam, the sailors, told me the following story. Haigalo de matbal esfino, the wave that drowns the ship, mitchazi, it appears, kitzotziso de nuro chivarto beresha, and in front of the wave there is a white fire, and umachinelo be'alvoso, and we hit that wave with a stick, the chokuk alei, that written on the stick, Eke asher eke, ko Hashem tzvokos, omein sela, v'naich, and then the wave goes down. So the Vilna Gaon explains that in general, when we're talking about the oiniya, the boat refers to the human being, Adam and Am Yisrael, going through this world. The world, there is things that are standing against us. We have the Yitzhahara that goes against the Adam. And we have the Shibud Malchus, the Golios, the exile that Am Yisrael is into. The Koiches Hara, the bad in the world. These Koiches are called Koiches HaToyu, Loshatoyu Vavoyu. All the bad and evil powers that are trying to cause the boat to drown, the human being and Am Yisrael to fail. That is the Galo de Matbol Esfino. That is the wave that tries to drown the ship. And what does it mean that on top of that wave, it looks like a white fire? So the Vilna Gaon explains that in the beginning, when the Yitzhahara comes, when the Goyim come, they try to show things as if they're very sweet, they're very gishmak. It's something that person really wants to do. They persuade people to come be with them, because it's very comfortable and nice. But once one is sucked into that system, either the Adam is sucked into the Yitzhahara, or Am Yisrael is getting too close to the Goyim, then it becomes terrible for them. So we have all these powers that stand against us. What do we have that helps us to overcome these tzaras? So says the Gemara, we have three things. We have three names of Hashem that are being helpful for us. We have the name Eke Asher Eke. We have the name Ka. And we have the name Hashem Tzevokos. Well, what is these names and why do they specifically help Am Yisrael and Galus, or human being while he is struggling with the Yitzhahara? So he explains the Gra, and based on Moshe Shapira's explanation, that there's three things that HaKadosh Baruch Hu comes to help Am Yisrael. One is when Moshe Rabbeinu came to take Am Yisrael from Mitzrayim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu told him, Eke Asher Eke, that's the name they revealed himself. I will be with Am Yisrael wherever they are. As much as they're suffering, as much as things happening terrible to them, HaKadosh Baruch Hu is always with them. The Shechina is in the Galus with us. That is the Eke Asher Eke. The second promise, the second way that we can rely on to help us out is the name Ka. What is the name Ka? The name Yud and Hey. The full name of HaKadosh Baruch Hu is Yud Kei Vav Kei. But as we see in Mechemes Amalek, the name is split and becomes only Yud Kei. Ki Yod al Kes Ka. Milchama la Hashem ba'amalek midor dor, which means Amalek represents all the bad and evil in the world. Then the shame is not shalom at sheimoch zar shal Amalek. Meaning, HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, I myself will not have a full revelation in the world as long as there's evil in the world. And the third name is Hashem Tzevokos. Hashem Tzevokos, what does Tzevokos mean? Tzevokos is ois hu batzova shaloi. HaKadosh Baruch Hu appears in his army. The ones who reveal HaKadosh Baruch Hu in the world is Am Yisrael. So, the same way, En Melech B'lo Yam, there's no king without a nation. The whole name Tzevaka is to say that you need the tzava, you need the army to reveal Hashem. So there's three names that are so to speak guarantee that Am Yisrael is coming from Galus. A, it says, I'm always with you wherever you are. B, HaKadosh says, I'm missing my name. I have a mashko that I must take you out of Galus, because if not, my name is not revealed. And number three, that Tzvakois, the name of Hashem depends on Am Yisrael. So Kivyachu is saying here in the Gemara, you should know, we are in Tsaris. We're in the middle, the ship is in the middle of the sea. But we have three things that we could be using, three shemos that are on the makel, under the mate, like mate of Moshe Rabbeinu, to help us overcome this, to help us overcome the goals. Now, as we mentioned, the Vilna Gaon started by saying that the boat is two things. It's either the Adam himself, where the Yetzer Hara tries to drown it, or he's talking about Am Yisrael that are at Golus. What we explained until now is I explain about Am Yisrael and Golus. These three names, how they help Am Yisrael and Golus. What about the Yetzer Hara? Where do we have these three names appear helping a human being overcome his Yetzer Hara? So here comes Moshe Shapir Zatzal, and he says his chelik. He says there's three ways for us to overcome the Yetzer Hara. One way is what's brought down in the Gemara in Sukkah. Yitzur shel adam is gabar lo b'chol yoyim, v'ilmalei HaKadosh Baruch Hu oizroi ein yochel. You need HaKadosh Baruch Hu to help you. Without HaKadosh Baruch Hu, you can't overcome the Yetzer Hara. The second way is what's brought down in the Gemara there. It says, if the Yetzer Hara came, mashcheyu l'beis HaMedrash. Take it to the Beis HaMedrash. And the third one is, Yiskar lo yoyim hamisa. When the Yetzer Hara is still overcoming the Adam, he should remember the day of death. So says Moshe, these are connected, these three shemus. HaKadosh Baruch Hu oizroi, that's Ekashek. Wherever we are, HaKadosh Baruch Hu is with us. Wherever a human being is, HaKadosh Baruch Hu is with him to overcome the Yetzer Hara. The second point of Mashchel Beis HaMedrash, meaning we're using the Torah HaGedoisha to overcome the Yetzer. That's the Shem Yudke, the Shem of Hashem. That HaKadosh Baruch Hu Yochel is mashkin himself. He's used me to get out of the tzaros. And the name Hashem Tzevakois, that refers to Yom HaMisa, because Tzvaka is Lashon Tzava, Lashon Army, Lashon Nitzachon, His Gabrus, and the way that we misgaber and Etzeach, the Yetzer Hara, is by telling him that we're not going to live forever. So we have three shemus to take Am Yisrael out of Galus, and we have three ways to overcome the Yetzer Hara. Now, how are we zoiche to these three shemus? That's the end of this Maamar. Amen, Amen, Selah. Says the Vilna Gaon is, Ari Shtadlo says, there's two things, as the Gemara in Soita says, Miyam Shechar Beis HaMikdash, what do you have? Ama al Makayim, a Gedusha the Sidra, the Amen Yesh Mirabo. Two things that we can do. We have Gedusha, and we have Gedusha Sidra, which means Kodesh, 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 and we have Amen Yesh Mirabo. So these two Amens are referring to over here are the two Peulas that Am Yisrael can do to bring about the Geula and the help of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. V'nayich, that's they take down the wave who's coming to drown the Sfina. This is the oimek of the first Maamar Bachano, according to the Bir Hagro, a Pi Pirush from Moshe Shapir Zatzal. Anyone who wants to join the Shomachshava email list to WhatsApp group, please email shomachshava@gmail.com.